Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. I'm Lorraine and we are continuing with our Delightful Wishes bundle today. I have pulled in other elements as well. I've done this as more of kind of a junk journal idea. So I've got the largest die from the Textured Notes set, and I've also pulled in the mini corrugated folder to do these pieces here. So when I was doing one of the other cards, I stamped this down and I thought, I think I said in the video that this would make a really good background. Almost looks like crumpled paper. And I have to do a shout out to Angela Jones Quilting, because she commented when I did the paper pumpkin videos that the honeycomb from the stamp set that came with the March kit would make a fabulous junk journal background in a second value. And I have to say it is fabulous. So this one came out just a little bit darker than I would like. It's on a basic gray background, and this is smoky slate, and then of course our moody mauve. And it's just a little bit dark. So I'm going to change it up a little bit on this one. I'm doing the moody mauve card base and a smoky slate piece cut out with the Textured Notes die. I'm just going to lighten the whole thing up a little bit and see how it works. I've got my two pieces that I've already run through the mini corrugated folder. The smoky slate one is 4 1/4 by 1 3/8, and the moody mauve one is 3 3/4 by 2. So I'm going to start by stamping on my smoky slate. Sorry, I'm trying to think as I work, and that's never a good idea. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this down first value and see how I like it. And I think I'm going to use first value for all of this. So I'm just adding this in, just randomly creating a background. And doesn't that look like scrunched up paper? What a perfect look for junk journaling. And I'm just going to keep adding this all the way around like that. The middle is pretty much covered up, so I'm not really going to worry about the middle at all. Okay, and then we're going to take I'm just going to move my card base out of the way. It's off to the side, so if I forget where it is, you can all shout out, there it is. I know. So we are going to do the honeycomb in second value though, and we're just going to come in, and that just makes just that little bit of a grunge type background. And I think if we did it first value, it would almost be too much. So let's just keep going. And I think I added this just up the side. I didn't add any of this at the top. So there we go. And I'm going to move that out of the way. Now, where did I go next? Oh, I did some blending with the blending brushes. So I'm going to come in with the moody mauve and just add a little bit of color going around. We're also going to do this with the smoky slate as well, just to kind of add that little bit of kind of aging a little bit in here, just give it a little bit more of a kind of a junk journal-y type look. Okay, so that's out of the way, that's out of the way. Let's come in with our smoky slate now and just add some depth. The smoky slate is, as I say, just going to add a little bit of depth to the card. And sorry, I have to make sure I'm tapping off a lot. I just re-inked my smoky slate, so it's super juicy, and I don't really want those kind of lines in it. I just want the color. So I'm stamping off a little bit, or not stamping off, but just, okay. So I think that background looks pretty good. So let's start building our card. We're going to put this piece down first. And I'm going to just use regular adhesive for this. Just my Stampin' Seal. And we're going to pop this down just off center, but centered on up and down, but off center or side to side. So we're going to do that. Okay. And then we'll take the smoky slate, do the same thing. And just pop this down right in the middle of this, like that. So let's just pop this up here so you can see it. So like that. And I did add just a little bit of blending brush to these pieces. So I'm just going to come in and just basically take the brightness off. Just make it look a little bit more worn. Okay. And you can do that before you put it down or after. Doesn't matter. Okay, so what we've got next is the die cut stem from the set. And on this one, I kind of cut it off shorter. I'm going to leave it full length on this one. And I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen. I'm just going to pop this over here and this over here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to start down here, and you just need to squeeze it very lightly and then just kind of tap it down. Get that little fine line of glue. You can use your Tombow glue. You can use adhesive sheets if you want an adhesive sheet background to make it a full sticker. Okay, and then we're going to take this and we're going to pop it down on our card front like this. You're not actually going to see a lot of this because we're going to cover it up with flowers. And what I did is I took some smoky slate and I used my blending brushes with the Moody Mauve and the smoky slate to just kind of create a pattern. So this is what I did. I just smooched it over some smoky slate, and then I stamped the outline of the flowers in Moody Mauve. And then I die cut them out with this die here. So then I end up with this set of 3 flowers that all go together. And I can pop this down kind of right here, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take the other set of 3 and I'm going to pop them down kind of over here like this. And then I'm going to use the other ones to fill in. And then we're just going to keep popping these down until we think that the branches are full. I think this one might be a little too full, so I think I might just add just a couple more in, maybe just one more in right here, and then leave it. So I don't think I'm going to do the rest. So let's go ahead and put this on the card base. Now I remembered where it was. So we're just going to add some adhesive. And I was amazed when we went to on stage that the demonstrators who were showing us how to do things just went tap, 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 tap with the adhesive and didn't put like streams of like rows of the adhesive down. So that's what I've started doing. Now this die doesn't cut exactly 5 1/4 by 4. So you have to line it up a little bit when you put it down. Okay. And what I did is I took the wishing and I stamped it in Moody Mauve on smoky slate, and I've got mini dimensionals on the back, and I just cut a row of mini dimensionals in half and pop them down. There we go. Oh, let's take the backing off. There we go. And then I just pop this down like this, and some of it will dimensionalize on dimensionals. It's okay. It'll all stick down. And then I did in true junk journaling style where you cut rows of words out. I don't think I've still got the piece here that I did it on. No. I just took all of the greetings and I stamped them all out in Moody Mauve, and then I cut them up so that I could have the words I wanted. So this is wishing you, and I'm just going to pop the U up here like this. And then I'm going to put lots of love like this. And this is lifting a little bit. So there we go. So this is the second version. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely lighter, but I think this I maybe should have stamped on a different color background. So we've got the two versions here. The wishing really jumps on this one, but I think the overall card's just a little bit dark. That's my taste. Somebody else might be looking at it going, oh, that's fantastic. And here's the second one using the Moody Mauve card base and Smoky Slate as the background. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.